They didn't teach you this, and they really should have. I see so many people getting this wrong, and it's the difference between someone who makes it and someone who doesn't make it. What are the symptoms? The symptoms are this: you have highs and lows in your month and in your sales categories, your feelings of 15 days into the month, and you're looking at your book and you're going, holy crap, how am I going to make the bills this time? I think I'm going to have to go out and get another job. I'm going to go start doing Uber Eats. I'm going to go start driving for Uber. I'm going to do all this other stuff. And the good news is that this is a skill that can be learned, and it's something that I can teach you. Let's dig into that. So let's walk through what the problem is. Here's the thing: you're doing all the stuff that you're supposed to be doing. You're going out and you're meeting people. You're getting and making phone calls. You're hearing about possible leads. You're sending emails. You're doing marketing. You're doing social media. And you're doing all of the work. But the lack of a system means that you're throwing money away, that you're just burning it as you're going through this. It's a hidden problem because the reality of it is that most people in sales are chasing that shiny thing and they lose track of the stuff that got them there. So you're busy doing the paperwork to close that deal that you normally were doing, and then suddenly you get to a point where you're like, holy crap, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. You have highs and lows, major ups and downs, and you aren't spending the right time, even if it's just a little bit of your day, making sure that that funnel stays constant throughout everything so that even when you're closing the deal, you're already cultivating that next deal. And that will give you the ability to absolutely scale this to a point to where you can be comfortable all the time. So here's the solution. You have to build a system that will allow you to do small amounts of work each day to push the ball slowly and little bits at a time. This process is called lead generation. I'm sure that you have heard of it. I'm not going to insult your intelligence and pretend that that's the first time that you've heard that particular term. But the trouble is that no one really defined it for you. No one really taught you how to do it. Well, that ends today. So let's talk a little bit about separating out the types of leads, because you got leads coming in from all over the place. Different leads of people giving you a phone call and saying, hey, I really want to buy your thing. Or maybe it's just a marketing piece that comes in and somebody asked you a question about something that's on that particular marketing piece. Those are the difference between a hot lead, somebody who's ready to buy right now, and a more cold lead. Or maybe even it's a entirely cold lead. It's just there's a person over there, and I don't even know if they want to buy my stuff or not. So there are different ways to cultivate and work through that. You need a plan to deal with each particular type of lead and how they're going to come into the funnel. Next, we have to expand into different lead generation channels. If you're not trying everything, then you probably won't get to the end result. You probably won't get the result that you possibly need and able to get to where you want to go in your sales journey. So you need to be able to learn how to pull in different channels and maybe even duplicate into new channels as you grow your business. Learning to properly nurture these leads is an absolute key to a funnel. You want to make sure that you're bringing people from complete unknowns all the way up to I'm ready to buy and nurturing them at every little step. You got to add value every little step of the way, making sure that you're taking everything and everyone from as much as you can from the cold lead to the warm lead section of your funnel. You want to configure a system that can score a lead as well, because it's not good enough to drop a lead into the bucket and then they get to step 3 and it's like, okay, is this person really going to buy? Should I really be spending an incredible amount of time cultivating this particular type of lead? Or is it something that I can put into an automated drip campaign, maybe a nurture campaign that'll last several months, and then whenever they're ready to buy down the road, they can come back into this? Small tip, that's also some of your farming effect too, but more on that later. Lastly, is that without a system of evaluation, so without going back and constantly turning the dials and fixing your system and making sure that you're analyzing and adjusting and moving things around, you're not going to be ready for changes that come in the industry, maybe changes in the season, or even customer demand. If you're selling particular solutions, there could be a complete change in that solution, and it's time to go in and build something well. How do you learn all this stuff? Well, I'll tell you, I gave you a basic understanding of it today, but I've built a course that goes through all of this stuff in about an hour of your time. It's online. You can watch it at your own pace. You can learn exactly what you want to learn. If you didn't understand something, you can go back and rewatch it. It's a great start to get the skills that I guarantee your competitors are not doing, and it's going to set you apart. Okay, I can already hear the haters. Joe, what makes your course so different? Why wouldn't I just continue to endlessly scroll YouTube or read all the books that you've read in those years and just figure this stuff out on my own? Answer, you probably could. In reality, that's a perfectly good option. But if you're interested in a shortcut, the thing is that that's what this is. I spent a lot of time learning these things. I spent a lot of time buying businesses and digging through each lead generation so that I could master these skills and so that I could learn how to get through this and what works for me and what will probably work for you. This is just a shortcut. It's absolutely online. It's relatively cheap. It's less than what you probably would spend on your next family meal. And it might be that shortcut that sets you to the next level. Depending on what your industry, learning how to take care of this can multiply your income hugely as you walk through this entire process. It's completely online, and like I said, it's learn at your own pace, which is something that I personally love. That's why I love the YouTube channel so much, is because it gives me the ability to watch at my own pace. I can go back and re-listen to something and take notes and write as I go through it. That's exactly what this course does for you. Okay, here's the call to action. For a short time, I'm going to discount this even more. This class is going to be $30. That's less than dinner was going to cost you tonight. Do yourself a favor, go out there and take the class. And even if I'm wrong, it won't be the end of the world. But if I'm right, you're going to multiply sales beyond measure. And you're going to be able to cultivate these skills to a point to where you're going to be just amazed that you spent $30 and you learned all this stuff. So here's how you get the deal. Comment below, I want a discount. And that's all you need to do. Just comment below, I want the discount, and I'm going to send you the link in order to get the class at the discounted rate. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck.